All right, guys. Thank you so much. Just going to wait for my stream to be properly up and going. Woo, back-to-back readings today. I'm streaming. The fire signs are up. We are doing the second installment of the earth signs. We are on Virgo now. We're doing the Virgo weekly. If you are looking for the other signs and the times have changed, I do apologize. I had to move back some of the times because a woman has to cook dinner while she's working. And I needed some time off to do that and to take a sip of some iced tea. Because, of course, these back-to-back live streamings do indeed take a toll. So, all right, let's just give it a minute and let people go ahead and join. All right, and if you have not been to my channel before, thank you for coming by. There is a poll up on my mattress. I have to light my joint. There's a poll up on my community page. And if you'd like to vote on that, I really would appreciate that. That's on my community page. So you go to my YouTube homepage and just click on the community page. You can go to the poll. And you click on the videos tab and see all my videos, etc., etc. All right, if you're new to my channel, we're going to pull out 3 romance angel messages for Virgo for the week. Then we pull out 3 animal spirits, and then we get into your spread with the Radiant Rider-Waite deck. All right, guys, so let's get right into it for Virgo. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, Virgo. We have religious factors. So, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This can indicate sometimes when you have relationships or connections with people that are from a different background, right? Deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. So what's that all about, Virgo? It's a card that really doesn't come up very much for my readings. And so when it does come up, it really has an added impact, especially, you know, really for my readings, right? Maybe different for another reader. So let's get right into the animal spirits. We're really not going to know how these messages apply to you, Virgo, until we pull out your spreads. But we can go and get your animal spirits out now to see what kind of energy you're working with this week. And although these readings are general for love life and career, these messages oftentimes they can apply to other parts of your life. It doesn't have to just be sort of in your romance area, even though these are romance angel messages, right? We're talking about relationships, and we have relationships in all areas of our lives, right? They're not always romantic relationships. Some of them are career or friends, family. So they can still be very sort of enlightening in terms of, and certainly apply to different areas in your life, right? Enlightening in terms of looking at different sides of a particular situation. So let's pull out your animal spirit. 3 cards for the week for our lovely Virgos. This is, of course, for October 20th to the 26th. Vulture. Wow. Vulture is, of course, air energy. Now, of course, the vulture immediately, we all have this reaction of, ugh, The vulture, you think of people who are vultures, right? I mean, oftentimes when we describe somebody with being a vulture, it's almost as if they're preying on you, waiting for you to fail, right? But this is not the case with vulture energy. We're going to get into it when we talk about it in terms of an animal spirit. It's very, very important animal spirit in terms of renewing your life. Dolphin energy, so great healing. This is water. Dolphin is the highest card for healing in the deck. And we have buffalo energy, earth energy. Very wise, right? The buffalo brings with it a very sort of earthy, long-term memory and wisdom, right? And the buffalo definitely faces challenges head on. So let's go ahead and get into these animal spirits. Vulture, air quality, air element. The vulture is very important in terms of when we're going through a renewal period. Certainly if we're going through a healing period with this dolphin energy, but a renewal period, right? Because what does the vulture do? The vulture energy comes in and sort of really clears out the remnants, right, of something that's died. Vultures, right, they clear away the leftovers once there has been a death, right? If the vulture was not in the ecosystem, right, our animal sort of ecosystem, or right, there would be disease everywhere, right? We wouldn't be able to properly renew, right? It would just constantly be, disease and death and more disease. There wouldn't be that fresh kind of renewal that you need to have, right, to be able to go on. So we talk about that as well because this is an air element spirit. We're talking about that in life as well. Sometimes when we have gone through very difficult times in our lives and that those times are over, right? A death has occurred. Maybe it's behind you, right? There are mental hang-ups that we have held on to that no longer apply. Dead weight. Literally, it's like dead weight that's left over. Vulture energy can come in and clear that away, right? Finally letting go of that. This is certainly can be an individual who can help you sort of really be aware of the fact that you've still held on to sort of some of the remnants of a part of your life that is dead, that is no longer applying to you. This could also just be events in your life that are coming in that are kind of forcing you to let go of some of the things that you've still held on to because they just don't apply anymore to you, right? And we're certainly talking about mental, right? Mental sort of attitudes, behaviors that need to sort of be washed away, right? That need to be cleared away, that need to be basically consumed by that vulture energy and gotten rid of. So the vulture is very important as part of the life and death and rebirth cycle. This energy is extremely important if you're to progress, right? Beyond the changes that we go through in life. So dolphin energy comes in like water. This is healing. Right? This could be an individual. This could be a time in your life that is very healing. A place that you live that's very healing. This could be an individual that's resonating with dolphin energy and is bringing healing. But the one thing with the dolphin is that there is an emotional empathy that the dolphin has. Not sympathy, empathy. You can feel what you're feeling. And so the dolphin in this way, it's this trait of the dolphin that helps heal individuals because the dolphin knows how you're feeling, can feel what you're feeling, and so instinctively knows what you need in order to heal a wound or a trauma. Right? It's very, very beautiful, very magical energy, very nourishing, radiating. We see that with the coloring as well. Very, very beautiful. What else can I say? This is a time in your life where you're resonating with a lot of positive healing energy around you. And then, like I said, in the form of people or just your environment. Now, the buffalo is a very interesting animal spirit. This is another earth animal spirit. But the buffalo is very interesting in the sense that This animal is almost a collector of wisdom through experience. The buffalo really sees any challenges as opportunities. This is the animal spirit that really welcomes challenges almost in a way. It really works well under pressure, right? Very practical and grounded under pressure. This is an earth element creature, right? And so the buffalo comes in at a time when we need to dig in, right? We need to dig in and we need to be creative in the way that we're coming up with solutions, right? And we need to certainly when this is pulled, when this card comes into a reading, it's letting you know that right now the obstacles, right? Certainly if you're resonating with this card, the obstacles that are in your life are opportunities, right? Whether you see them on the surface or not, if you look deeper, if you are willing to have the courage to face them head on, they are opportunities for growth and learning that's going to help you, right? In a very practical, material way. Certainly, if we're talking about finance and career, for those of you who may be going through some obstacles right now, some troubled areas right now, um, you know, if you're resonating with Buffalo energy, you feel like you're really working towards something important, take these times as learning time, because you're certainly going to come out of it benefiting, right? And seeing a benefit for having gone through that particular difficulty. All right, guys, I'm about to pull out your 3-card spread. Give me 1 second. All right, let's get into your 3-card spread. Sorry about that little break. That's why live streaming is, I love live streaming because I can interact with you guys, but of course, sometimes you gotta take a break and do something. All right, guys, let's get into your 3-card spreads for the week. Again, this is gonna be general for Virgo for the week of October 20th to the 26th. And let's do it. I appreciate anybody who's watching this, especially if you're new to my channel. Thank you very much for stopping by. Also, if you are a regular, thank you so much for taking the time to stop by. 2 of Pentacles, the World, and the King of Wands. Wow. Well, 2 of Pentacles has been all over the place for the readings this week. All right. And so I'm talking about, again, juggling. A lot of you are really at a time right now where you're juggling a lot. You're juggling a lot of responsibilities. It's very emotional. There's a lot of emotional ups and downs. Again, for some of you who are starting businesses or new careers, right? This phase right now, this phase is feeling like a phase, like you're in flux, right? You're in constant motion. Doesn't seem to be stable right now, you know. However, this week, in comes the World card and the King of Wands, which is quite interesting. I think King of Wands is an energy or individual coming in this week who's going to be very sort of supportive, I think. I think they're going to help you find a way forward. This could also be someone who is able to resonate with vulture energy. King of Wands, yes, certainly very fiery, of course. This individual is somebody who is naturally a dominant individual, an alpha, right? Alpha male, alpha female, right? Very fiery, but they're also very King of Wands is the king who really motivates his subjects. We're talking about kings and their subjects, right? This is the real king who's the leader and he's the motivator of people's passions and people's individuality, right? This is not the king who wants everyone to be the same. And so coming in, this can very much be a person who has a lot of affection for you. They have a lot of enthusiasm for you. They also have a lot of belief in you. They have a lot of wisdom to share with you. may well be resonating with Buffalo energy in the sense that the King of Wands does have a lot of wisdom. He has a lot of wisdom in terms of showing you how to follow your heart, right? And manifest your dreams, because of course he is the great manifester of fire, of your ambition, of your desires, right? The king is the king of manifest, the King of Wands. He's the king of manifesting your desires in this world, right? And so, like I said, this person could be someone new, right? Could be someone you already know for quite some time, or family member. Whatever the case may be, this is certainly someone who genuinely has a lot of faith in you. And you feel very much this week like meeting this person or coming across this person is exactly what you needed. This person is exactly what you needed. It's a reaffirmation almost coming in of letting you know that, yes, you are on the right path, because even now, and here we go, what I was saying earlier about Buffalo, right? Obstacles that come in your way could very well be that there was a particular obstacle or problem you were dealing with, right? That caused you to come into contact with this King of Wands, but it's turned out to be a complete blessing in disguise, right? And so you very much are like, oh, okay, there's your reaffirmation that this is what was meant to happen. I was meant to meet you. I was meant to deal with this obstacle this way, because, what you are bringing to the table is exactly what I need for this time right now. Those of you who are resonating with this will understand exactly what I'm talking about. And this, of course, all comes to a head this week. Lovers, 6 major arcana, Ace of Wands, and 4 of Wands. Wow. All right. So for some of you, love connection, right, Virgo? Big time love connection this week with someone. You come across with someone. This could be someone new. It could be a new relationship. It could also be a relationship that's already been going for some time, right? This could very well be a relationship of people who are from different backgrounds with religious factors, right? Impacting your life. Whatever the case may be, you have found sort of your soulmate, your connection, your lover, the one that you're extremely, simpatico with, right? And this week, of course, you have Ace of Wands. This is why I wonder, this may indeed be a new meeting for you, Virgo, because Ace of Wands talks about, not only, like I said, in the other previous readings, Ace of Wands showed up. This is the great phallic symbol of the deck as well. So Ace of Wands indicates beginnings, but beginnings of something that you feel very passionate about. So it can be a relationship. Can also be a project or an endeavor in some way, right? Some kind of creative way. Something that, of course, speaks to your true sort of ambition in life, right? And this comes in for you. And so for some of you, I believe this connection is very much going to be a new connection, but it's strange. It's like it's almost as if you know right away when you meet them that you have been here before. I mean, 6 lovers, Ace of Wands, and 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is the great soulmate card. People call it 1111. It's only because of the 2 wands standing next to each other. The truth of the matter is that what makes this the real soulmate card is because it's a 4 of Wands. It's stable. It's the stability of the 4, right? The stability in a dynamic, right, that is fire. So it's like the fire that you have with somebody else, the wands, that wands fire energy you have with somebody is perfectly paired to create a stable foundation. This is why oftentimes we associate 4 of Wands with a soulmate connection, or certainly a long-term connection, because it has all of the ingredients for standing the test of time, right? Because the connection is stable. The mutual respect you have for each other is truly equal. The love you have for each other is truly equal. And you both remain unique to each other. In this way, this is very much mirroring what happens here with the lovers, in the sense that, yes, the lovers, this is the card for Gemini, by the way. Okay? So we talk about meeting your twin in a sense that you have met your soulmate. This is your person who's perfectly compatible with you. And so, of course, it requires that mutual respect to have that compatibility. Very beautiful reading. Some of you have a, whew, it's a nice love connection this week that you make. And again, I definitely think it's new. It's definitely new, Virgo. There you go, Fool. Chariot. And Two of Wands. More new paths, more new stages in your life, Virgo. Very, very nice indeed. The Fool. You're about to start a very new path in life. We talk about taking a leap of faith with the Fool, but you got to understand also the Fool always represents you, the person we're reading for, the querent we call, right? Which you're called the querent, the one who's asking the question or asking for the insight. When a Fool shows up in a reading, he represents you. And so he represents you having learned something from the stage in life you're at right now. You've learned what you needed to learn from this stage, and you're about to go into a new stage. You don't know what this new stage is, and so we often talk about taking a leap of faith. But also with the Fool, we also have a quantum leap in our wisdom and experience, because you've succeeded here in the stage that in your life that you're at now. You've learned the lessons you needed to learn at this particular time in your life, right? And so you're integrating that wisdom, and you make a quantum leap up in so many ways, and emotionally, spiritually, sometimes financially. But usually this is a case of sort of spiritual, emotional, and mental sort of progression, right? Quantum leaps in those areas. And then, of course, the new stage in life, again, we come right back. We're the Fool again, because, yes, we've mastered where we were just at, but we are a beginner at where we are going now. And so here we are, the Fool, yet again. And in this way, you're constantly sort of learning the lessons of life and gaining wisdom and becoming masters in other areas, but always remaining the Fool. It's a very beautiful card to come in, and with the Chariot energy coming in, which is, of course, Cancer. Chariot is associated with the sign of Cancer. We talk about not only this new stage in life being a real quantum leap for you, but it is a real sort of, some of you are about to engage on a path to achieve the ambition that you have always wanted. The Chariot talks about laying the path correctly, though, right? Prepare the way. The Chariot isn't engaged yet. If you notice that, oftentimes people misinterpret the Chariot as moving forward already, or already being in motion. It's not in motion. The Chariot is not yet engaged. So Chariot energy, we're talking about the potentiality, right? We're talking about potential energies building up and building up and building up. And so with the Chariot, we talk about laying the path that you're about to go on, laying the foundations for the path, right? Because once the Chariot is engaged, it will go down the path you set for it and ultimately take you to its end. And it may or may not take you to where you want it to go. This is why preparation and preparing the path you take towards your goals and ambitions in life are very important. If you want to be an example is if you want to be a great famous singer, right, you have a talent for it. You start off with the talent, but you have to lay the path for that. You have to learn your craft. You have to be prepared. You have to know what sacrifices are you willing to make? What sacrifices are you not willing to make, right? These are all setting the stage. This is all Chariot energy. And once this Chariot goes, it will go down the path you set for it. And so Two of Wands is also... We have Mars and Aries energy. Again, we're talking about... Hi, Fractals. Oh, I love you, too. I love your little love emojis, Fractals. Two of Wands we have coming in talking about really setting out on your ambition, right? Setting out to see your vision of the world. It is Mars and Aries energy, Two of Wands. So... not only, look at this spread. Full Chariot and Two of Wands. We're talking about really, some of you, this would be the spread for some of you if you're about to go traveling. If you are a performer, or if you are a writer, or if you're an actor, or you're so, you know what I mean. You're in whatever field you're in. It's going to be something where you're going to be you probably very busy, a lot of movement. It's going to feel very much like the path that was meant for you, right? It's like it's, and I say it's those areas because oftentimes it's those type of careers, right? It's those type of creative careers that we have that oftentimes do feel very faded. They do feel like you've been on this wild ride, this trip, right? But whatever the case may be, Virgo, for some of you, this is very much something that you have always, always wanted, and you will be able to sort of manifest your vision. Two of Wands talks about manifesting and taking steps, right, to manifest your vision that you have for your life and your world. And so it's very much about making dreams come true. And certainly the Chariot and the Fool, all the potentiality is in your favor. All right, guys, one more spread, and then I am going to call it so that I have time to come back for the Capricorn spread. We have Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, and Queen of Swords. Woo! All right. Some of you, there's your deception. All right. Some of you are dealing with someone this week and they're not being very honest, or perhaps, I don't know, it may be something has come up that started to really make you feel like, hang on a second, right? Because Queen of Cups, of course, is, that feminine energy of wanting to share a cup of love, being very vulnerable and open. Of course, the King of Cups is more active in that arena. He knows what he wants and goes after it. The Queen of Cups, of course, is much more receptive. She offers you the cup, but she sits and is very much waiting to see who will be as reciprocating to her, right? Whereas the King of Cups can be very much this energy of, can be very scorpionic energy, right? In the way that, once they see what they want, the person, the relationship, they very much go after it. However, Queen of Swords comes in. Now, some people may misinterpret or may very simply interpret this as, oh, you're caught between two people, two queens. It's not the case. Because the Queen of Swords, here what we're really, and perhaps if that was your intuitive reading, that's, and that's fine, but the Queen, it doesn't have to be this way, and this is understanding the court cards, because Queen of Swords is very much more a card that comes in when it's time for us to reveal who we are, to remove our masks, right? To be honest to lay our cards on the table, be honest with who we are, who we truly are, not pretending, not putting on airs, right? And so something is going on here, whether you're resonating with Queen of Cups or King of Cups, something is going on here, Virgo, that this week is requiring for you and your partner to have a very open conversation. This is a very matched relationship, though. You're very much dealing with somebody who's much like yourself, but just a little slightly more domineering, right? And something, of course, is going on that is requiring Queen of Swords energy. So she's required. That means there's been some sort of deception or false face going on. And so you talk about this. This could be something to do with vulture energy in a sense as well. This could be something that is in your relationship that has been needing to be talked about for quite some time. And that has just been lingering. And this week you deal with it and kind of get rid of it, right? Get rid of it. Get rid of whatever this leftover shit is in the relationship. It could have been left over from an argument or a previous split. And so now you really need to talk about it and be honest with each other so that you can get rid of that leftover negative energy and truly move forward. And again, that's a perfect example of how the vulture energy is necessary and renewal. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. I'm going to start the next video maybe a couple of minutes late, but next video will be Capricorn. Tammy, thank you for stopping by. Virgo's my Venus. I pulled my sword out on my... yeah, I hope so, darling. I hope so. Check out the Leo reading. It's up. I just did it. I just did the Leo reading, so you may find something there as a cross watcher. Okay, Tammy, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you, Fractales, and thank you, everyone, for watching. I'm going to call it. This is your reading for October 20th to the 26th. Oh, Libra with fire. Okay, we got Libra coming up later on this evening. All of the signs will be live streaming back, well, throughout the day. But for right now, if you enjoyed this and you want to get notified of upcoming streams, don't forget to hit that bell. That's going to notify you, and subscribe, like, and share, and all of that good stuff. But for right now, Virgo, thank you so much. And I'll see you next week for next week's readings. Bye-bye.